Hi YouTube, it's Candy, aka Candy Sweet Enough, and I wanted to make a video. First of all, I am not sharing this story to scare anybody, especially those like me that haven't had their surgeries yet. But I'm asking for prayers and positive thoughts and positive energy sent to my friend Vikki. She had gastric bypass a while back, and this is a story not of the scariness of the surgery, but the scariness of not knowing your doctor. Okay, please find out information about your doctor before you go to him. She was approached by a nurse and said that she fit the criteria for this one doctor to have to get his license and everything, and she could go in a couple weeks if she wanted to go with him. So she went ahead and went for it. A surgery that was supposed to take 1 to 2 hours ended up taking 6 hours. And she came out of it very sick, had to stay in a hospital for like a month, and never had her questions answered, was lied to nonstop. And she never could lose weight after that. But because she was in the hospital for so long, she did lose quite a bit of weight, and it was enough for her to have 2 beautiful babies. So she was thankful as far as that was concerned. But she had family that went through the surgery, and they all had an excellent doctor, and all of them went through it and came out fine. And she's had questions all these years. Would people look at her records, which had to be subpoenaed, and they wouldn't touch her, they wouldn't open her back up. Well, finally she went to Dr. Fedorka, who I'm hoping will be my surgeon someday. And Dr. Fedorka said, well, let's see. He goes, I really don't want to do the surgery, but we'll see what's going on. So they did all the tests. Yesterday she was called, and he said, listen, I kind of have bad news. We need to do your surgery. We need to fix this. It needs to be in 2 weeks. And he said he wouldn't do it unless she came up with her will and all of that. He can't promise that she's going to come out of it. So, she's scared to death. Of course she's scared to death. I told her she needs to stay strong. She needs to have that fighting spirit. Fighting spirit's what seems to pull people through. But I don't blame her. It's very scary. And they're putting together a team of excellent surgeons and going in there and trying to figure out what happened. Basically what this surgeon that she had did was experimenting. He thought he might come up with a better way of doing gastric bypasses. And even though he didn't have FDA approval, he was going in there and just tampering. He took out part of her intestines that wasn't even supposed to be touched. She is rerouted this way and that way. She's a mess. Her intestines are twisted. She had 2 leakages, and they never went back to fix it. So they believe that she had cardiac arrest while she was on the table, and they never told her. And she had 2 stitches in her lip, which is they said, you know, you had a cardiac arrest. I'm sure that's what it was. They have, so she had 2 leaking, which they never went in and fixed, and basically her pouch is still open to her regular stomach. Her regular stomach's feeding a bile into her stomach, so she's full of ulcers which are eating away at her stomach. She's got holes in her stomach at this point. She said, you know, can I just opt to not have the surgery? And he said, you will die for certain if you do not have the surgery. So I know that so many of you out there, you know, willing to send out prayers and everything. So send out your prayers, your thoughts, and your positive energy, please, to my friend Vikki, who will be having her surgery in 2 weeks. And she has got to keep the fighting spirit so that she can make it through this. I know she can. She made it this far. She should not have. They've told her over and over again she should not have made it off the table. The person that was on the table after her did die. And I know she's got it in her, and she's fighting for those babies. And I know she can make it through this, but it is an extremely scary time. So, like I said, not to scare you away from the surgery, but to scare you away from surgeons who don't want to reveal stuff and everything. It's very scary. And please, everybody, send out what you can for her, because I'm scared to death for her. She's a very, very good friend, and she's an awesome mother and awesome wife, and she needs to make it through this. And she told me that after she was done talking to the doctor, she kind of giggled and said, well, okay, let's look at the positive. After this, am I going to be skinny? And he said he would make damn sure that she was skinny after this. So, let's see if Vikki's skinny, right? Thank you very much, my YouTube family. And send it up for Vikki, okay? Thank you.